Hello everyone and welcome to a very special new side series! Huzzah! We are going to be doing some speed builds in this side series, and it is a very casual kind of speed build where basically it's just going to be showing off some of the work that we're doing in the Village of Light. As you guys know, here on the Zoo Crafting server, our goal is to add in several villages that really bring the world to life. We have the amazing custom NPC mod and over 120 other types of mods, including some amazing custom mods that are made specifically for the server that really help to bring this world to life and offer so many opportunities and so many different items that we can buy, trade, sell, be able to pick up. It's really fun. And to really help access all of those items, we use NPCs a lot and we trade with them a lot. And to have a really fun place to trade with those NPCs, we build villages. And the villages also help to add a lot of storyline. They help to add a lot of lore. They help to add a lot of characters, quest, just a way to really feel immersed in this world. And you guys know that world immersion and that light little bit of role playing is some of my favorite things to do here. So we are going to be building up the Village of Light. Finally, those of you from season 1 and the old world remember the Village of Light. Here's the Tree of Light behind me. It is looking beautiful as always. And the Tree of Light is actually from the old world. Episode 50 of the very first season of Zoo Crafting is when we actually grew it, and it looks awesome. But yeah, so the Village of Light is going to be coming back. A lot of you really loved it. In the old world, it was kind of just anything I felt like building that week was constructed in it. This time we're going to be building the villages in this world with a little bit more of a theme. Like I said, we're really going to try to make everything feel kind of immersive so that you can come in and you can feel like you're part of a very unique place. You can really have a bit of an experience when you visit the villages here in our server. It's not just going to be a place to go like grab some items that can't be crafted, trade them with some NPCs and dash back out. It's going to be a place where you can spend some time talking to the NPCs. You can find things hidden inside of the chest in their house that will let you know a little bit more about them as a person. You might stumble upon some secrets. You might unlock some plot arcs. It's going to be just a really fun environment where it can become, like I said, just that immersive, awesome place that you can dive into details and really get to know all of the NPCs, get to know the story of this world, and build up the story of this world. We plan on Zoo Crafting being a viable server for years to come, so this is going to be a really fun way to just watch as things add up over time and turn into a really beautiful world that we can build some great memories in. So all of that chitter chatter done, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for all of the amazing suggestions that you sent on the planting some plots or planting some plants episode for the Village of Light. We did that a couple weeks ago and you guys had so many amazing ideas, and one of the very first ideas that I yanked from it because I thought it would help me to figure out the theme and the kind of materials I wanted to use for the Village of Light is the Sakura Blossom Café. So we are going to be building the Sakura Blossom Café in the Village of Light today, and I'm really proud of how it has been done. It's already constructed, so I'm about to show you guys the speed build of it. And I wanted to let you know, like I said, this is an extremely casual series for the speed build. And basically I started building and I was like, okay, I'm gonna build this. It's gonna be super awesome. And then my friend Ben came along, and then he and I ended up building this thing together over 2 hours while arguing with each other and like throwing butterflies at one another and arguing over, is this a shade of hot pink or magenta for the roofing here? It was really fun. So he popped in just kind of on a lark, and the next thing you know, we had a great time. It was fantastic, and we got the build done better together than we could have either one of us on our own, or at least me on my own. I know that. So I look forward to working with him some more, and I just thank you so much to Ben. Thank you, Ben, because he didn't have to do that and he just popped in and had some fun. And just a quick reminder, we do use creative when building in the villages because they are public community places, and it speeds things up for people to be able to enjoy those public community places, but we don't inside of our zoos and personal zones. So yes, all right, that being said, enough chitter chatter. Let's show the speed build. And it's done! So this is it. This is the little cherry blossom cafe. I know it doesn't seem extremely cherry blossomy with some of the colors that we picked and how we set everything up, but this was really tricky because we're not going for an Asian theme. We're going for more like a forest dryad sort of theme. We really want this place to end up being a lot of oak trees. We want it to be a lot of sacred oak saplings. We want it to be, well, not the big sacred oak saplings, but like tiny sacred oak saplings, a lot of logs. Kind of think like forest dryad meets flowers meets sort of that medieval rustic feel. So it was really tricky to try to kind of balance all of that together. And this is the end result we came up with. Abyssal stone on the bottom, which is really cool. This is paper wall block that you can actually get from Chisel, I believe. It's awesome. We dyed the roof, as you guys saw. Oh my gosh, and I love this. Isn't this just beautiful? This mix of sacred oak leaves and the two different type of cherry leaves coming down like this, and the little archway we made right here. This was the natural stone archway, and I just remember looking at that when someone said Cherry Blossom Cafe in the comments, and I was like, that's what I need to do. I need to wrap that entire archway with leaves, and it just turned out amazing. I'm really, really, really happy with that effect. So like I said, what we're trying to do with the Village of Light is kind of keep it rustic. So this was the old style that we used in the Village of Light, kind of your basic Minecrafty village look, like the medieval look that pretty much everybody goes for. And I kind of like that, but the thing is I wanted the Village of Light to have a heavier theme. I wanted it to have its own unique style, its own unique look. And so what we did, we experimented with making some of the tree trunks from Twilight Forest, except this time... Oh, excuse you, sir. Except this time we were making them with the sacred oak logs, because the Village of Light has a really close association. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of lore in all of these series, but the Village of Light has a really close association with light, with glowstone flowers especially, and with the sacred oak that you can find. Like the sacred oak is what makes up the Village of Light tree. So that's what we've got over there, and also a lot of moss. So again, it's kind of like forest dryad meets meets rustic like homesteading meets green roofing initiatives, things like that, all combined together. The glow flowers are something you're just going to find everywhere in the Village of Light. The Village of Light's motto is all about finding light in unexpected places. And this is just, you're going to have these little tunnels all over the place too, made out of fallen logs that are made out of the sacred oak wood. So it's really nice as well. You've got lots of teensy little logs all over the place to act as light sources, as well as the glowstone lights. You've got a whole bunch of bushes. There's going to be a ton of bushes made out of these sacred oak leaves. They'll just be scattered around town because sacred oak, like I said, is going to be one of the themed plants that you expect to see a lot in the Village of Light. So a lot of this build took so long simply because we had to decide on some of those materials, and we had to figure out how we were going to make the village look with what themed items. Usually once you pick like a good dozen-ish, less than a dozen even, material building items, you can just use those as a model and then build them in any pattern. And we just had to decide on the first ones. So this is what we came up with. And I really like it. We even dyed the windows. So the windows have been dyed pink. I really like it. Oh, and then the green roof initiative. All of the villages in the Village of Light will have this little green roofing on it where you actually have a bunch of plants growing on top. And in the future, we'll probably even have them more pronounced than this. Just we had these guys up there, so I didn't need to really make the plants too pronounced on top of the Village of Light over here. But yeah, it's going to be, like I said, kind of like Forest Irad village, so really, really heavy on plants. There's going to be a little flower carts absolutely everywhere, like a flower cart at every corner that will sell some of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of flowers that are in this world. There's Bibles of Plenty flowers, there's plant mega pack flowers, like there's just flowers all over the place, and we can probably even add in more custom flowers if I really felt the urge sometime. And I'm gonna have to add in some more light into this corner clearly because a creeper has spawned. Bad creeper. Bad creeper. I'm going to have to put some light over here. You're not allowed to show up over here. But yes, so you're going to see that in the future in the other builds in the Village of Light is just lots and lots of light in unexpected places. Like I said, that's kind of their theme, is to be able to just stumble on patches of glow flowers, little beautiful places. Like there's a couple patches of glow flowers actually. Also, we put divincing edging around the door. All right, out you go, little butterflies. The butterflies Ben put in here keep escaping. So Ben did put some butterflies in here as like a cute little butterfly room you can go into, and then you can open up the door and you can come out into the courtyard. So this is going to be like a nice little courtyard where you can bring your Sakura drinks, where I'm going to be putting in, it's not done on the interior, just the exterior. I'm going to be putting in like some of the little cafe stands that we have over by the Wisteria Cafe, putting them in over here so you can come over and just relax over here. Very enclosed. I wanted this to feel like you were sort of tucked away in the forest because this is going to be in the middle of town once we're done. It's just the only thing that's over in the corner right now, but eventually it's going to have like the entire town everywhere. The big Temple of Light, the guard towers, there's going to be houses. Like I said, there's going to be little parks. There's going to be unexpected gardens. There's going to be just so many things that you guys have suggested. Cat Cafe was a huge suggestion that actually I think is kind of appealing. Lots of cafes, lots of flowers, lots of art. That's kind of going to be what the Village of Light is about. And then they're also extremely peaceful, but also like with an undercurrent, I think. There's probably a darker side. Anywhere there's light, there's shadows. So we'll have to see how that plays out for the Village of Light. Then there's Al, who has like a fantasy name. I said, we need a turtle with a fantasy name when Ben wanted to put a turtle in. So we have Al, and I can't pronounce the rest of his name. So I'm just going to call him Al, but he hangs out in here. He's just kind of like the pet turtle that wanders around inside of the courtyard. He won't leave too far because he's an NPC, so he'll just like pop back in there every time. But I really like it. And like I said, there are spots where you just sort of stumble on unexpected little glow flowers. So anywhere where it might be really dark, that's where the Village of Light villagers will plant glow flowers. So you've got glow flowers over there. I'm going to leave this open in case the butterflies want to escape. And then you've got like little glow flower alcoves over here with the fossils behind it. And that's what you can expect in this village is just you'll turn, and where you don't expect to find them, you might find like a little glow flower patch. Oh gosh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you'll find like a little glow flower patch like right here. and it'll just sort of surprise you. But that's because they take great pains to plant glow flowers pretty much everywhere to keep the zombies at bay. But like I said, anywhere where there's light, there's going to be shadows. So just keep your eyes out for that as well. So enough rambling. I just wanted to show it off because I'm super, super proud of what we have done. It looks pretty darn amazing if you ask me, especially as we didn't really have a template for how we're going to build it. And in the future, you can probably see more things like mushroom houses or houses based out of those kinds of tree trunks. They're going to be mixed in too, because like I said, this is going to be kind of foresty, a lot of influences from the Tree of Light and a lot of influences from what you guys suggest in the comment section, but it is going to be a little bit themed, and each of the villages that we're going to have in the world are going to kind of carry that theme. Like Relic Ruins is going to have a theme. It has kind of like a Roman theme with dodo birds and archaeology, and we'll have lots of other villages showing up in the future, including possibly the Village of Fish Sandwiches, which I think would be really fun to bring back because it is a fan favorite. Oh my goodness, everybody loves the Village of Fish Sandwiches, so I would love to bring it back one day too. But alright you guys, so that is it. Just a quick little update on the speed build that we did. I'm really happy with it. I'm hoping to get maybe one a week done so that we can have some progress done and you guys can end up actually seeing the Village of Light return, including its job center, which had the Coining Some Jobs special side quest where we added in NPCs at random from you guys in the comments, and that was really fun. So there's lots of work to do, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.